Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to Space Chick Crypto. My name is Elizabeth Howard, and today I'm going to talk to y'all about a story that I have been following since 2017. Yep, because back in 2013, this guy, James Howells, lost a hardware wallet in the dump. He threw it away by accident one day. He did not know it had 8,000 mined Bitcoin on there. Worth today $149 million, is in the dump in the United Kingdom in Newport, Wales. Yep, I know, it hurts. Now, my question to you is, what would you do if you did that? If you knew pretty much where the whereabouts, where the coordinates were, where your hardware device is that contains over $100 million, what would you do if this happened to you? Let's check out what James Howells did and what he plans to do right now. Well, to start off with, James Howells says he is one of the first 5 people in the whole world that ever mined Bitcoin. So you can imagine how much nostalgia this also has for him, not just missing the money. He's also missing a part of history. James Howells works as a computer engineer. He does some IT work. Well, James decided to strip his laptop that he had and loved so very much for parts. Well, he put the device in a desk drawer, his computer desk drawer, where we lose everything. It is the drawer of the unknown. There were wires all over the place. So when he went in there to clear out his drawer, he threw it away. Now, I watched an interview that he did with Richard Hammond. I'm going to leave that link in the description box below. It's so good. You got to check it out. But this is the most personal interview that I've ever seen James Howells do. And so that's why I wanted to show you clips of this interview that he did and what he plans to do. But this is from his mouth what happened.
I was involved in Bitcoin in early 2009. I was one of the first 5 people in the world to be running the software, and many other people can say they were there at the start when they changed the world. Every so often I used to go through and do a clear out. There were 2 hard drives like this, just loose in the drawer. It turns out I threw the wrong one away.
I wonder how it went down that morning. Like, how and when did he find out that he did that he threw over $100 million worth of Bitcoin away in the trash? That couldn't have been good. That had to be like the worst day ever. I wonder what he did.
Seeing the value of my coins go from 700, 1 million, 2 million, 9 million, and I'm just like...
Now, after James Howells realized it, this is pretty much how his life has been going since the incident.
In 2013, a British man accidentally threw away a hard drive.
Yes, you heard that right. $500 million in Bitcoin is buried right here in Newport.
I've had to deal with a lot of ridicule and a lot of people who don't believe me. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I've learned to deal with it.
It definitely, he's obsessed. As a friend perspective, I've seen a change. Everyone else around Newport, and even in the media, will see him as the Bitcoin guy. You go to the shop, it's the Bitcoin guy. It's taken over his life.
Of course it took over his life, dude. Of course it did. It would take over my life too, and it probably would take over your life just because it's over $100 million and you threw it away. Can you imagine how much guilt this guy has? You know he is hating his job that he goes to every single day. And I really feel bad for this guy. I really, really do. But James Howells doesn't give up so easy, and I'm glad he doesn't. He actually has investors. He put together a team, a very, very badass, good team, but he's having a little problem with city council. They said, dude, you can't just come up in here and go through this trash. You could get some sort of disease, or you could take back some sort of disease to the city and spread it to other people. And we just got done with you know what. So we don't need anything like that happening again. And guarantee if something did happen, they would blame it on that guy. In this next clip, James Howells, he's doing a business presentation that he's going to present to city council. But this is a mock presentation. All the investors are there and the team. It's a big team. You're fixing to see how big the table is. He has big plans for this money. Check it out.
If we're successful in recovering the coins, then I made a pledge to the people of Newport to literally give people in Newport crypto directly and bring this whole area into the 21st century, really. What we're actually searching for is a bare laptop hard drive. So the idea is that we excavate the waste would enter the hopper feeder, at which point it would be fed onto a conveyor belt. We would have the AI scanning system and a robot arm. Finally, we'll have a sorting machine which is designed to filter objects based on size. So there's an internal hard drive. I don't know if you want to pass it around. If you remember on that afternoon when I came down to Newport landfill in November, I was a little bit nervous and I got the response that I expected. Gwyn looked at me as if I was stupid.
To run in the landfill side, you get lots of people losing lots of things. Yeah.
How often does this happen?
Quite often, not the first or the last.
So this is a view of the landfill at ground level that I took from the front of Gwyn's truck in 2013. And I'll be honest, when I seen this view, my heart dropped. I went to Newport City Council. I was given a 20-minute Zoom call, and I never received any word back.
James, you made the contact with me several months ago. I was intrigued to hear of landfill and cryptocurrency in the same sentence. There are several regulatory, environmental and technical challenges. We do that on a routine basis, and the project will be left at least in the same condition as it is now, if not better. It will be a challenge to actually identify the particular hard drive, but I think it's possible.
So imagine you have a room full of people and you're ready to go, you have a plan, but there are just certain people in this world who are holding you back because they don't want you in the landfill. Now I get it. I'm a nurse, I get it. You don't want somebody out there digging around in the trash, and they could possibly bring back a disease, and they do need proper attire to go out there. But I'm telling you, they got everything covered, and you can guarantee he's probably been thinking about this every single day and every single night, and probably dreams about it too. You know your girl Space Chick loves AIs, so this is the coolest dude in the room besides James, I think, and it is the AI specialist. And guess what he's fixing to bring on to the team? Robo-dogs.
I've always wanted to use AI technology to try and identify this hard drive. It's the easiest and quickest way.
Yep. Now with the AI in the vision, we can actually train it to see it differently like a human being. With a hard drive, it has unique shapes, forms, measurements, brands, colors. We can train that into an algorithm, making sure that you have positive detection, then you can flag it.
Now the question has come up, and it is a very reasonable question. What if it's shattered? What if it's out there and you can't do anything with it once you find it?
But I'm not overly concerned about it being compressed along with other essentially supportive material going into the ground. We've pretty much seen it all before, and that would include the recovery of data from media that's been struck by lightning, dropped in the sea, recovered from an airplane crash, even the black box from the ill-fated Columbia Space Shuttle.
Alright, so it seems like James has it pretty well covered. He even has investors that are supporting the whole thing. But what does he plan on doing with the money, and how does he use that money to persuade the city council? Keep in mind, he's been planning this out since 2013, and he keeps getting no from the city council. So this is the biggest, best plan he can come up with. Everybody is on board, but the catch is the investors, they'll finance the whole entire thing, but the city council has to say yes.
If we're successful in this, what I'm committing to do is to give every single person in Newport £50 in Bitcoin. That crypto-focused incubator fund, so any school leavers, they want to start a business, they can apply for a fund for help. We want to turn Newport and South Wales into a crypto mecca. We have fully funded this operation, we're fully insured.
We are still obviously very interested in this project and very committed.
We're still hoping that we get an approval from the council so that we can start.
And you can check that interview out on YouTube. Again, the link is going to be in the description box below. But yeah, go ahead, send James Howells some good vibes, some positive vibes going your way, dude. I'm so sorry this happened to you, but like he says, never give up. And I don't think this guy is ever gonna give up. Now, the most updated news that I have on this guy, this was from August 1st of this year. Bitcoin investor who accidentally threw away 149 million worth of digital currency in Welsh landfill asked to scour the site for hard drive using robot dogs and AI-powered mechanical arm to sift 100,000 tons of rubbish. Yep, that's the most updated information on James Howell. Unfortunately, this guy still does not have the approval from the city council. Now, what do y'all think? What would you do if you were James Howells? What would you do? I think I know what I would do. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna follow the story forever until this guy finds his Bitcoin. All right, thanks for watching, y'all. Don't forget to check out this video by Deeper.Network. It's a badass little device that I like using that blocks ads, and it is a decentralized VPN, which is really badass if you ask me. All right. Good vibes, James Howell, and I'll be following this story for as long as you're looking for your Bitcoin. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Deeper.Network, a project's aim that is to make a fairer and uncensored internet for all. A project where you can contribute to and operate the network. By running a node, you support the network and earn income via bandwidth sharing. Due to sharing bandwidth, you can also use the network as a decentralized VPN. No need to pay for centralized service providers. Your data, your network.